Hey, what's going on everyone? Matthew from therighttrader.com here, back today with another price prediction analysis and forecast video. This time on Viacoin, which is currently ranking at the 120th spot on coinmarketcap.com. I'm going to be giving you my price prediction for 2018, so we're going to be looking at a time frame of about a year out. I'm going to be doing a technical analysis as well on the cryptocurrency, for the next 6 to 12 months, kind of where I see it going. Of course, I'm going to talk a little bit about the, fundamentals of this cryptocurrency, community size, stuff like that. Really quickly, though, I wanted to mention the my cryptocurrency price predictions playlist. If you want to get maybe a second opinion on a cryptocurrency you like, go check out this playlist. I've made, analysis videos on a bunch of cryptocurrencies out there. And in fact, if you want me to cover any cryptocurrencies, please let me know. I have gone through a lot of them. So if there's any that you want me to add to this list and cover, please let me know in the comments below. But I'll have a link to this in the description and in the comments below. So let's start off with the community size really quickly. The subreddit has a size of 1,100 subscribers about. And it's actually growing relatively fast. It's been ramping up, I think. So that's definitely a good sign. It's relatively active for its size. Their Twitter is actually pretty big with about 18,000 followers. It seems pretty active as well. So that's good to see. Overall, though, it is obviously a little bit of an overlooked coin, right? Its name isn't exactly, the most popular out there. But that comes, with some advantages, like the fact that, of course, it's still quite undiscovered, and there's a lot of things that it has going for it, and surprisingly, to be honest, because sometimes these smaller cryptocurrencies don't have much to show for. But I actually had this cryptocurrency, some viewer asked me to cover this, and I actually haven't heard about it. So when I went and looked at it, I right away saw with the numbers and stuff that the uptrend and everything, that a lot of stuff was looking good, right? And we'll get into all that in a bit. I'll also just quickly point out that it is a cryptocurrency that has been around for a while, right? Back in July 21st, 2014, it started trading. Didn't really do much until, about August, July 2016, where it just slowly but surely started ramping up. I'll get to the chart more in a second, though, but let's go over to the website here, go over a couple things. So what's interesting with Viacoin is there's a lot of things that remind me right away of, Viacoin, Coin, stuff like that. And I'm actually not the only one to think that. I'll show you guys a post in the subreddit that I think is pretty interesting. And it definitely has some similarity to those, which is a good thing, to be honest, right? Both Coin and Viacoin are cryptocurrencies that have done very well in, the past couple of weeks, and I think have a pretty bright future ahead. Now, Viacoin is somewhat at a lesser level just because, its name is less out there and stuff like that. But that doesn't mean that, it won't do well. I think that it'll be able to benefit from some of the similarities it has from those cryptocurrencies, right? In particular, of course, Lightning Network, very similar. SegWit, it has a couple specialties, the blockchain notary clearinghouse, which is decentralized settlement and meta transaction protocol, fast transactions, of course. So a lot of good stuff here that they're working on. And if we take a look at their roadmap, this is their roadmap for 2017. Now they're going to be releasing an updated roadmap for 2018, which is good. They're working on this cryptocurrency. It's not abandoned or anything like that. Now, a couple of things that they weren't able to finish in 2017 seem to be the hardware wallet and some kind of privacy / anonymous implementation. And that's actually a really good, I think, addition to this cryptocurrency if they're able to get moving with that. Viacoin is also working on that, I believe, and I think that it's definitely going to be, a bit of a must to compete in the future cryptocurrency market. So that's definitely a good thing that they're working on that. They've went through a lot of stuff this year, and like I said, they're fully, active despite the fact that they're small, right? So we can just be hopeful that they'll keep moving forward, et cetera, et cetera. Now, I'm not going to go into any more detail as far as the fundamentals go. A couple things that I want to point out. What is it traded on? It is trading on Bittrex, Polyonex. So Bittrex obviously is where most of the volume is coming from. That's always a good sign if it's trading on Bittrex. Now, as far as the market cap goes, just under $33 million. I should point out that currently, to be in the top 100, the cryptocurrency would have to be at, somewhere over $46 million. So it's not that far away from the top 100, of course. And getting into that top 100, I think, is a good possibility here for Viacoin, which would increase, its awareness and stuff like that, right? Getting into that top 100 is a very big turning point for cryptocurrencies. As far as the volume goes, past 24 hours, $357,000. Seems like in the past here, the volume was actually a bit more as the price was moving up here. So relatively decent volume, considering its size, nothing really to worry about. What I like with Viacoin is its low supply, right? Around 23 million. So that's yet another good sign. There's a lot of cryptocurrencies out there that have huge supplies and stuff like that. Viacoin sticks true to, those short supplies, increased scarcity, stuff like that. Big selling point for me. And if we just take a look really quickly at the chart, we can see that, like I said, very humble beginnings, slowly but surely started ramping up, and then eventually took off, right? And is now currently sitting at $1.44. Now, what's important to realize, and I think you really have to give credit to any cryptocurrency that manages to do this, is the fact that, it's very easy to, think about what's been going on here recently, with the price. And it's been doing well, actually, but you have to remember that this is a cryptocurrency that not long ago was actually just in the penny range, right? And it's now at $1. So that's something to realize, and it already shows, where it's able to come in that amount of time, right? So you have to give credit where credit's due. And let me jump into, the more detailed chart now to really give you my price prediction for the next 6 to 12 months, in the end of 2018, of course. A couple things that I wanted to point out just to give you a better idea of kind of what's happening with this cryptocurrency. Let me go ahead and draw a couple trend lines here. I'm going to draw a quick MACD uptrend trend line. We're obviously doing pretty well here on the RSI as well, which is always a good thing. And we actually recently broke out of the RSI downtrend that it was experiencing. So in the short term, I'm actually quite bullish here for Viacoin. The MACD is also looking like it might start turning back up soon enough. The histogram is already moving back upwards. So, looks like the price will be moving towards the upside here. I'll get to that in a second, though. Big thing to point out with Viacoin, and maybe the only weakness as far as technicals go, is this big resistance level at around, $2 basically. So that corresponds to this black line that I drew just right over here. And, it tested this 3 times, wasn't able to break through that. I think we're probably going to get a test of that pretty soon. But, of course, we do have this sort of uptrending support line over here, depending on how you want to draw it. That's fair enough. And that's really going to serve as the main level that we want to make sure that the price holds above, right? If it falls below that, that's not going to be a good sign. I'll probably turn pretty bearish on it. But I don't think it will. I think that this should serve as some pretty major support moving forward, and I definitely expect it to bounce off that if it touches it soon, which I don't think it will. I think here we're actually going to get a test pretty soon, but that's going to be the main uptrend line to pay attention to. Holding on that pretty well, and yeah, that's what we're going to have to be paying attention to looking forward, is getting that test of this $2 mark, and then finally breaking above that, right? That's going to be obviously a pretty big turning point if it's able to do that. It would, most likely put it in the top 100 at that point, and it could really be the beginning of, a better future for Viacoin, I guess you could say. Now, couple things here. Let me just take a look, moving a bit more in the past. Obviously, a pretty big resistance level over here at $1.50, it looks like. So that's just going to be something to pay attention to. But more importantly, right now, we want to see the price get back above this middle band right over here, which I think it will, right? Like I said, I'm not really worried about any kind of short-term movement to the upside. I think that's definitely in play right now. Also going to go ahead and draw a bit more of a short-term uptrend line that we have sort of in the making right now, which is going to be more or less this uptrend line right over here. And that's pretty sharp uptrend line, of course, but I think you can probably hold that moving forward. If it doesn't, that's fine. We just want to make sure that it holds really, of course, the main uptrend, and the middle band currently sitting at $1.49. That might be a little bit tricky to get above that, but I think it will very shortly. So in the short term, just so I don't go on forever, we're obviously looks like coming back up slowly on the MACD, maybe just not yet, but at least the histogram is indicating that. We broke out of that downtrend line on the RSI, which is a very good sign. And we have room to the upside here if we take a look at the Bollinger Band. So basically, in the next 6 months, to give you sort of a conservative estimate, I think we're definitely going to go and test that $2 mark. I'm pretty hopeful that we can break above that. And, after that, there's really no, we do have, a previous high over here, but basically we're in blue sky territory breakout after that, which means that there isn't really any previous resistance levels, right? So it'll go up until the buyers wear off. And where will that be exactly? Where do I see it kind of going by the end of 2018? If things go well, if it's able to break out of this $2 range in the next 6 months, which, like I said, I expect it to do so pretty shortly. The 6-month thing is just a conservative estimate, just to give it some time, but it looks like very soon it'll actually start moving back up towards that $2 mark, hopefully breaking above that. Because, like I said, the fundamentals do back this cryptocurrency pretty well. And as far as the price prediction goes, you have to start thinking, about some of the names that I mentioned previously, which, just to go back really quickly, there was this post on the subreddit, kind of comparing Viacoin to, Viacoin, Litecoin, Bitcoin, and stuff like that. And it actually has some pretty impressive stats, I guess, block time, transaction time, that kind of, are competing really nicely, even beating out, some of the big name cryptocurrencies out there. So definitely something to pay attention to. You can see people comparing VIA to GRS, right? Grosstelcoin and, Grosstelcoin, Viacoin, good cryptocurrencies, and Viacoin is kind of in that basket now. So that's definitely a good thing. And to give you my price prediction, I kind of see Viacoin going to about $100 million market cap by the end of 2018. So that would be about, a 300% increase, putting the price towards $5. And my reason for that price prediction, right, is obviously going to be the break of $2 and where that's going to kind of send the price. But it's mostly going to be based on, where is Grosstelcoin right now? Grosstelcoin is currently at $38 million, a little bit more popular and stuff like that. And where is Viacoin? If we take a look at where Viacoin is right now, it's currently sitting at $185 million. So Viacoin, I think, can get to, about this $100 million area, which who knows in a year time where that ranking will be. But that $100 million area, I think, is a fair place for Viacoin to be in, based on where I see Grosstelcoin heading and where I see Viacoin heading. Okay, will it beat out Grosstelcoin or Viacoin? For the time being, I don't think so, just because you have to think about the popularity factor and just the general awareness, adoption, etc., right? That's the place where Viacoin is kind of lacking, but hopefully if it can get into that top 100 ranking, start getting some more media attention, stuff like that, it will be able to, start ramping up like I kind of expect it to. And yeah, basically, start pushing $5 towards the end of 2018, I think would be a really good place for Viacoin to be in. That $5 mark is also a very, significant level to be at for cryptocurrency. And I think that would be a fair place to put it, everything considered. I'd like to hear your thoughts on Viacoin. You like this cryptocurrency? Please let me know. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a like and subscribe for more cryptocurrency content. Otherwise, have a great day, everyone. Thanks for watching.